Hello guys, and welcome to the second part of the recording for today's class. I just wanted to take you through the two questions you had on the Medimatters case study. So you had two questions. We had the 4 and the 6 mark question. In general on these paper ones, so on paper 1, you will get 3 questions in your section A, and you pick 2 of these questions. I know I've gone through those real quick. We're going to give you those other questions for assignment. So you get to pick 2 of these. This question here is all about operations. And I want to talk to you about how you answer these type of questions and take you through a mark scheme. So the actual overall format of a paper 1, we'll do that another time. But I just want to go through the answers of this one here, because these 10 mark questions are split into 2 parts, a 4 mark and a 6 mark, always the same. The 4 mark question is the basic describe or explain, very much an objective answer. Give 2 features of batch production, make sure you refer to Medimatters. So basically in here, you need to give 2 features to the batch production and refer to how this is relevant to Medimatters in the text. This 6 mark question requires a bit more thinking. It requires you to, first of all, know what sort of production activities are typically outsourced and which are particularly kept in-house. And typically what's kept in-house is the value-adding activities. So for example, in this case, Medimatters will outsource the production, and they will keep in-house the service, the app. So you need to know what is outsourced, what is not outsourced, what is kept in-house, and then you need to understand how the operations is managed. So if you outsource something, what do? Well, you need to agree on a contract. You need to sign a contract with the company who's doing the production for you, and you need to have certain things in that contract, so the quality, the cost, etc. And then the service, that's something else. You'll manage your own team on that. So I'm going to just take you quickly through the mark scheme for these 2 questions. The first one, 3.A, with reference to Medimatters, describe 2 features of the batch production. Here are possible features. So basically you only need 2. Here is 4 possible features. One, and I notice that each of these all they make reference to Medimatters. So hopefully you'll get an idea of the level of reference you need to make here. So possible features could include separate group of products can be produced, useful because different makes of phone may need a different lens. So here you know this is the standard take on batch production, and this is how it applies to Medimatters. So you have different groups of products produced, useful because different makes of phones may need a different lens. Batch production, suitable for likely scale of production of almost 1,000 items, unlikely to be mass produced, and job production would not be appropriate. So basically we know batch production, so the Medimatters product is suitable for likely scale of production about 1,000. Therefore, it means it's not really something that's mass produced, and also job production wouldn't really be appropriate, be too expensive. Then these other 2 might involve changeover costs, but lens costs will be small compared to with price. Involves holding of stock with batch production. So these the changeover costs to change it from the different types of producing the different types of lens and so on, or for the different types of phones, and then also holding stocks. So would this have an issue? Would this be an issue for Medimatters or the manufacturing, depending on who is outsourced, or sorry, depending on who is doing it, whether it's the manufacturing is being outsourced and so on, who is this relevant for? So essentially here you need 2 of these features. So to get the full marks, you need 2 of these features, and you need proper reference to batch production. Notice here we talk about mark as 2 plus 2. You award 1 for each feature identified and 1 for the development of each of these features in the context of Medimatters, up to a maximum of 2. So basically, if you only give 1 feature and you refer it right into Medimatters, even if you write an amazing link to Medimatters, the most you're going to get is 2. On to the second question then. So the second question is, assuming the production of the lenses is outsourced, explain the differences in how Medimatters would manage operations for its products and its service. So 2 different production channels here. If the product is to be outsourced, and a manufacturer is being identified, this needs to be managed by the following. Setting a specification for the product, negotiating a contract that involves price and quality, monitoring quality, managing issues if quality is not right, monitoring delivery, and sorting out any issues. There will be little control with Medimatters. So if you outsource something, you basically give up control of it. Your only control is your contract and how you monitor around this contract. So here the challenge for Medimatters, if they outsource production, they need to be very good at setting the contract, and they need to ensure that this contract has some terms in there that can be monitored. The app then is different. So if you keep the app in-house, you keep full control. Now, why would they want to do this here and not here? Here, because they don't see that they add much value in the reduction of the lens. It's something that anyone can do, and the objective is to get it done as cheap as possible. Whereas here, this is where they add the value. This is where they're going to be able to charge some serious money to the customers. So here they want to design the app, update the app, test it, ensure it provides the service required, responding to feedback, and so on. They want to have full control of this. So go back to the question, assuming the production is outsourced, explain the difference in how they would manage the operations for its products and services. Here, you're basically giving up control. You're managing by the contract and being able to monitor on these different things. Here, you're basically having full control, and you're looking at the entire process from designing it to producing it, to testing it, and so on, to continuously improving it due to feedback. Marks should be awarded or allocated according to the mark bands. Don't worry so much about this, just focus on this. A theoretical answer awarded a maximum of 3. So if you don't mention Medimatters at all, you can get a maximum of 3. Award a maximum of 3 for only explaining one difference. And if only outsourcing or the app is explained, award a maximum of 3. So it kind of makes sense. If you do half the question, the most you can get is half the marks. If the explanation does not effectively bring out the difference, award a maximum of 4. The explanation of more than one difference is mainly descriptive, but in context, award a maximum of 5. So basically, what this means, you have to have a bit of analysis. It's not just enough to describe what's happening. Okay, I hope this helps. We'll talk more about these questions in the future, and good luck.